part 2 of the ice cream twist and pop card. So I discovered as I was putting together the ice cream center that I had to change the way that that was designed because it was not folding well. So let's look at our centerpiece again, and you're going to make a W. So the end will be up, the middle goes up. Let me turn this up. Okay, so that makes our W. And we're going to start with our cone. So now our waffling of our cone, and if you just want your cone to not have the waffles, you don't need this detailed piece. So this is in 2 pieces now. I discovered putting it together that it wasn't going to look very nice having these accent pieces fold in the lines. So I've cut everything to fit within the spaces. So there's a few more pieces, but the card will operate better and it won't be as bulky. And this one you're gonna put just beyond there. I kind of bent my corner when I pulled it off my paper. Okay, so I've got that. And next, I'm going to go ahead and so let's look at these pieces so I can explain where they go. So the very top scoop has 3 pieces with the edging here in 2, okay, because it goes on either side of that fold. Your center has these plus this little bit in here for your bottom scoop. Okay, so that's your center piece. And then this is the bottom. Okay, so this one goes on top of that actually, and it goes like that. So you can see now how these pieces lay out. So I'm going to go ahead and put these 2 together. And they are laid out this way in the file. They're laid out going right down in a row and color coordinated to help you know where they go. And you'll see that this comes in right here, just under your fold, okay? This is really going to help these folds not bulk up. Because you want that to move freely so that the card twists the way that it should be twisting. I'm going to fold it and then push this all the way to the bottom. There. And see, the line is so slight in between that it's going to be fine. And when I put this one on, I'm kind of sliding it down. I'm putting it right up against there. Okay, just like that. Whoops. Knocking my pieces around. Now this one goes here, and if you find that maybe the pink one that you put on may have gone a little high, go ahead and fold this up so that you can butt this right up against that piece and put that on that way. I like to use my fingers as guides for getting things lined up. That's why you see me holding them strangely. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hold this up when I glue it so that it leaves me the slightest gap so that it will fold shut. Okay. It's kind of like if you've made any of your own scrapbook albums, you have to do that on your covers, leaving that gap so your covers will open and close properly. And then you'll have to train the paper a little bit because it is a little bit thick. Whoops, I don't have enough glue on that. Let me glue this again. Dried before I got my piece situated where I wanted it. Okay, then we have the topping to put on it, and I'm using that authentic paper. Whoops, I'm bending it. I would not pop any of these layers because you want this to fold as small as it can because it adds enough bulk to the card without the foam. Okay, so now we're going to pull in the centerpiece that we did in the earlier video, and you'll see that this is going to line up right on here. So what I like to do is I like to lay this down and then just kind of, you can kind of test it because it's not going to really stay put. And what you're going to do is when you have this lined up, just fold this piece up, okay? So let me fold both sides. So what we're going to do, and this is, let me grab one more thing. I'm going to get a colored sheet of paper so that you can see under here better since my thing is white. Okay. Okay. So see, now I've got this lined up. Now when you line it up where it's going to go, and then you see here you've got your fold line in half on both sides. So you're going to glue the opposite sides on here, and you're only gluing this section that's showing. Okay, so if I glue this side, and I put my glue on there, on here, this piece, so that I can see where it needs to go to. And then on this side, we're going to glue the opposite side. Okay, so I've got glue here and glue there. And then I'm going to move my paper so I don't get glue on it. Okay. And then, so I'm just gluing that side and up here on that side. Okay, that's very important. That's so that it can twist. If you had glue on both sides, it wouldn't be able to twist when it shuts. So, and this is where, you know, visualizing pinching your fingers in helps. And you can see how this lifts up and it allows us to twist. And there it is. Okay. And then when the card opens, it will pop. So you might have to do that a couple of times just to get it really working well. Make sure those folds are extra good. Twist and pop. Okay. And after you're happy with the placement, just open up one side at a time. Apply your glue. And you want a good bit because this is taking all the stress from the card. I don't want to get glue all over my finger, but I really don't want this to move. Okay. So before I start pressing now, because I feel like it moved. Okay. I just want to make sure this is just really stuck on there. And then let's do the other side. So, what a nice surprise when somebody opens their card. And then, I think because there is so much bulk inside, I'm just going to put, I was thinking about popping my truck up, but I think I'm just going to put it on flat. Now, you know, for your ice cream cone, you might be better off not on the main cone piece, but on all of your ice cream pieces. You might be better off using some lighter weight cardstock. I used my standard heavy cardstock, but all these extra pieces in here, if you have some lighter weight that you thought, oh, it was a mistake buying this when you bought it, these are good cards to use that on because of the bulk that it adds. You can see that that's a little bit thick. It's probably 1/4 inch thick, but there it is. There is your ice cream twist and pop. Thank you for joining me.